Sell the Porsche. That's what they're going to tell you. The minute you tell anyone that you're having a child and you drive around in a Cayman S, they're going to tell you to sell the car. But I think there's another way. Could you make this the ultimate dad car? Dad cars. What do you think when you think of a dad car? You think of a 5-door hatchback, or maybe something even bigger. A way of transporting your newborn with all of the stuff they need, which is a lot. When we had my daughter, everyone said we'd get rid of the Porsche. But here we are, 3 years later, and I'm driving around in my Cayman S with a toddler in tow. How great is that? I've been able to hang on to this car, and it's got to the point where she's starting to show a little bit of interest in cars. And it's a hobby that I'm really passionate about, and it'd be great if we could share the love of cars together. Which got me thinking, is there any way that she can join me in my Cayman? Yes, it's only a 2-seater, it's very small, but there has to be a way to get her in here, bring her out and show her what internal combustion is really like, because when she's older, these cars are going to be a thing of the past. They're a dinosaur as they are, and I think things are going to change quite rapidly, and she's probably never going to experience this sort of thing again. So what better time to have a look online and on some forums at some car seats to try and find out what will fit in this car. Now, it is worth mentioning that this car is fitted with the sport bucket seats. They're quite narrow, they're quite grippy round the sides, and it means that any child seat that you do fit, although some will, they're just going to crush the bolsters, leave horrible marks in the leather, and I'm not here for that. I want something that's going to fit nicely within the seat and not damage the car in any way. Also, this car is not fitted with Isofix, so I don't have the luxury of that. It's going to have to be one of the ones that are held in with a belt, which not ideal, but as long as they're easy to get in and out, they can be okay too. So I know many of you will be saying, this is totally ridiculous. You can't make this a dad car. It's impossible. Because yes, you may be able to fit a car seat in it, but it's all the other stuff that comes with a toddler. And yes, I agree. Toddlers, when they leave the house, need to leave with quite a lot of things. Anything you leave behind, they will remember and they will tell you that you've left it. Any parent will know you need to bring a ton of snacks. Sometimes a bike, sometimes teddies, you name it. If a toddler wants it with them, there's no negotiating, you need to bring it. And that's where the Cayman comes into its own, because the boot is huge. In fact, I can get her little push bike in this, along with all the snacks she needs, toys, my own bag, and still have room for a load of shopping. That's before you even consider this car has a rear boot as well. So in terms of practicality, it hits the nail on the head. And I think if I can find a car seat to fit this, this could be the ultimate dad car. So in my quest to find out whether this could really be the ultimate dad car, I did a little bit of research online, and it came up with a few seat options. Luckily for me, there's a Halfords down the road, and the Halfords Essential one turned out to be the one that everyone recommends. So that is what I've gone and bought. So this is it. This is the Halfords Essential car seat. It costs 40 quid, and it accommodates children all the way from 15 months up to about 12 years old, which means this car seat's going to last a long time. And at 40 quid, it's incredibly good value. And don't think that means it's poor quality either. This car seat is super comfortable according to my 3-year-old, and it feels really sturdy as well. But I know exactly what you're thinking. What happens when you're driving around with your toddler, and then the following day, you need to pick up a friend, or your wife needs to go in the car? Well, the good thing with this seat is that, of course, it fits into the frunk. That way, you've always got the seat when you need it, and with the Cayman having 2 boots, it means you're not exactly short of luggage room either. This doesn't accommodate the full boot. I've actually got a bag in there as well. So, it is possible to fit a child seat to one of these. And as we know, you can fit a lot of stuff in them. And I have to say, it's the best thing I've ever done to the car. I've talked about modifications that I've done to this car and saying the exhaust was probably the best thing I've ever fitted. And I've changed my mind completely. The best thing I've ever fitted to this car is this car seat. Me and my daughter went out last week in the car for the first time to test out the car seat, and she reports that it's very comfortable and the car's very nice to sit in. She loved the noise the car made, and when we took it out onto some really nice roads in the sunshine, it's just magical. I can't begin to explain how much more fun it is to share this car and this experience that I have and the love I have for this car with my little girl. It's so special. And it means that, yes, this may not be the most ideal way to transport your toddler around, but I do genuinely think it's the best way to be able to share a hobby like this with your little girl, inspire the next group of petrol heads. You can't put a price on that. And to see her little face when I downshifted, is totally priceless. So yes, I know I'm going to have loads of people in the comment section saying, well, it's not a proper dad car because it's only the two of you that can go in it. And I get that. I totally get that. However, if it's a way of me and her enjoying a hobby together, then it hits the nail on the head. It certainly does. And I do have plans to swap the car eventually, of course I do. But it makes me more determined than ever to swap this for a 911, so I can have the same feeling as this, but have her in the back seat and my wife up at the front. Just enjoying the car as a family and taking it on epic road trips together. The next modifications I want to do to this car, again, are going to further enhance its practicality. Because we need to bring quite a lot of things with us, and it'd be nice to be able to take this car on much longer trips with her. I plan to find some roof bars for it and get a roof box. Now, I know a lot of people be screaming in the comments, but I think that would make the car really cool. There's something about a car like this with a roof box on it that I just really enjoy. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And if it means I can take the car on longer trips and pack more into it, then I'm here for that. But as you know me, I'm not going to be spending too much money on it. I'm going to be looking on the classified ads and trying to find some used roof bars for these cars. So if you do have any, or you know of anyone that's selling any, then please make sure to drop me a DM, because I really, really do want to buy them. Get them on this car and get a really cool looking roof box, maybe spray it in the same colour as the car. I think that would be epic. I really do. I think it would be amazing. And with the plans I have for the next few years in this car, it's going to be absolutely crucial, because I plan to take this car on some crazy road trips over the next few years before I ultimately swap this for a 911. So, does the Porsche Cayman S make the ultimate dad car? Well, I believe it does. Yes, it only has 2 seats, but that makes it even more special. The ability to share my love for all things internal combustion with my little girl, I don't think you can put a price on that. Adding this car seat was one of the best things I've ever done to this car, and I can't wait to take the car out more and bring her along with me. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you an insight into what it's like to live with one of these cars and use it for purposes that you didn't think were possible. If you have, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for plenty more videos like this one to come. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Whoa.